All right, so we're going to recap the past two sessions, not including the last session. The last session, we went through how to do web design in Wix. Do I still have everybody here? Sounds like somebody, I lost somebody here. Carlos, are you here? Oh,
I think he must have left.
yeah, I think his internet connection must have.
Yeah.
All right, so just to recap as to where we were, that is a delivered for week that we were to work on that. Carlos, so your report needs to be added, please. You would just in engine optimization, you click on where computer or from your phone, the file that you create that holds all of the SEO content. So the list of words for the SEO reporting and the results that you had from that. You and I went through that, I think 2 or 3 sessions ago. I need you to put that all into one. You can then start to use those words and understand like what the volumes and what the competitive rates are, all that good stuff that you and I reviewed previously. I need to have that into a spreadsheet so that we can then look at it, right? So once you do that, an activity note. As you can see, you put the list of the keywords here. It's not enough for us to just have the keywords. We need to know what the rating is, like how those numbers and percentages that we were looking at tied to these words. Okay, just as a reminder for used in the content. Moving on. So the next item, here. On here, the label, we've got UX UI design, and reason for that is the page. So develop menu structure is what we added to the description. And in doing that, here are all the things that are related to it. So DJ populated the description area, and he also document that Michael provided for us. So under the youth programs, text that will be in the menu, website menu navigation, we'll have these services. Okay, and these services will be in sections on the web page, and we're going to create anchors section. So we're going to include that in our menu navigation. Then DJ put together the checklist of all the items. We went over what each item is, needed items and requirements are in building a website menu navigation. So there's hierarchy as well too. So website menu navigation also includes architecture. Architecture is something that's a little bit more advanced, but we touched on today like some of the important items that we need to have in our menu navigation or in relation to the menu navigation when creating one. It's important because it's the guide, right? It's like a sitemap. It's the guide for your visitors when they visit your website. It provides them a quick access to that page or to that section so they don't have to be fishing around and going back and forth, because then they lose interest and then you'll have a high abandonment rate on your website. So the first thing we've got in our checklist is create web page structure navigation to include new programs. So I think that's quite easy. We know what the new programs are. Then create link mapping of URLs for web page. So I'm just going to put some assigned task owners to each of these checklist items. So I'm going to put here DJ and Maxine. So DJ, you and I will go through that. We'll have to upload it as well too to the card, right? So we'll put together all the specific sections that's going to show up on the page. And then we're going to put the main URL for the page. Then we are going to have another column that will include the name of the service. That's link building. And we want to have a spreadsheet that shows us what the mapping is. So in any case, at any time we want to change anything, we want to modify anything in the list, menu list, or anything like that, maybe we want to share it with different assets, like we want to download an asset, or we want to create tracking as well too on the URLs that takes the visitor out from outside the website into our website, right there to land on that particular section, it's great to have this sort of document. So we're going to create one of those. Then we're going to create breadcrumb schema, right? So breadcrumb schema I shared with DJ earlier. What the breadcrumb schema is it's the navigation handle at the top of the website. Some websites that guide their visitors through the pages of the website are really good. Google also likes it a lot too. You win points with Google when you have a breadcrumb schema. Why the word schema? Because it's a little bit of, it's a piece of code, right? It's a piece of code with some copy about the page, some information about the page, kind of like a metadata, meta tag. And it includes the URL as well too of the page. So there's a little bit of code back there that Google, when they're crawling the page, it increases the ranking of the page. Next thing we have here, Carlos, can we put your name next to that? So we'll talk about that once we get to this task and you have to actually do that work, then we'll talk about it. We put optional here, Carlos, for your knowledge. Reason being is that breadcrumb schemas, sometimes it requires some code. If the web page itself is not using a CMS or like a page builder, right? If it's not using a page builder, then that would require some code. And if that's the case, if the theme does not allow us to just pop in our information into the page builder, then we may just go without it. Too bad if we don't have it, but it would be really good if we could. So can you put that on your to-do list? That's your task right there. Then the next here is ensure header tags and meta tags are created. This is a Carlos as well too. Carlos activity. Okay. We've got our Michael and we saved it on the content card. So I'll save that link of the card itself in here. So you have that. The next thing here on our checklist is the header title tag. And then I put in here in brackets, I had DJ, he's the one who completed this. He included add a favicon. Okay, so why do we need a header tag? So I just want to, share some of the importance around the structure and the container of a website and as it sits into the browser. So labeling and filtering is very important with a website. And it also helps with Google search as well too. Google search likes when things are well tagged and well labeled. And so header label tag, I'm going to put here page header. Okay. So page header, this is information that no one sees, and it sits in the back end in the header, page header, but the actual browser tab. Okay, so that's a bit of branding as well too. Brand responsiveness, it's called, and it helps with making sure that your domain authority is ranked well. So every URL for their websites, Google ranks that as well too, just as a heads up. And favicon, what a favicon is the actual image that you see in the of the browser. If that's not done, that's also like its logo, right? So it's your brand presence and gives you some ranking. All right, so this navigation menu. Next thing we have on our action plan is update Carlos that Michael has provided us with, and it provides us with more detail for the show it here for us. Thank you, DJ. I'm using my So what we're looking at content within this document. So this document is like an overview of everything 29 routes. And so when we say everything, not everything is customer facing, but so we're going to pull out the pieces that are customer facing. So for example, like the overview, we'll be pulling a snippet from this paragraph. We'll work it into the youth program page that we'll be creating. Here we've got another header that says youth employment focus. So we'll be able to work that in as well too, maybe for like subheadings, right? Then the leadership team, DJ came up with a great idea. He said that, we should make sure that that information is on the website. Well, we looked at it and we saw that it was there, but I'm wondering if it needs to be updated. So we probably still do need to make some update there, DJ. Okay. Demographic analysis. Okay, so we're going to include, we have plans to include a widget, right? So it's a section with a piece of code that moves and it uses a JavaScript. Now, because we're using WordPress, sometimes these plugins are already exist, and all we need to do is register, sometimes pay for it, and then connect it, integrate it into our web page. So we're going to do that. That's on the plan. And so things like this, for example, youth population in key cities of 2021, this is good stuff to see. And it's, again, information, stats, helps to build the web page. So, you know, just those high level numbers are good to have on the web page as well, too. And then we've got some programs. So we got programs and we've got high level information in there. So this is good to see. We've got to work the SEO content into the content that we actually pull. So just want to remind you of that, Carlos. That will be a combined effort. What we're going to do is our attack plan on that one is DJ will be creating a Google Doc, and then he will be pulling out pieces of copy, putting that into the Google Doc by section for each section that we plan to lay out on the page. And then you would need to go and take that copy and then work in your SEO. So this is program development activity. So that's some information again there that we can use. And then the rest of the stuff, we don't need that. All right. That section is content. DJ, we probably should plug in as a action item here.
Where?
DJ, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
In the checklist, let's in the checklist, let's add the task that you'll be creating that document. The outline. Yeah.
Do you want me to add it, or are you gonna add it yourself?
No, if you can add it, and then I'll continue with the while we talk, you know what you need to do. I'll continue walking through everything else. All right. Okay. Do you have a question?
Maxine? Yeah, sorry. Am I putting it under search engine optimization or web page navigation?
No, you're going to put it under content update.
Content update, okay. Okay, add checklist. Okay. All right.
No problem. Thank you. Okay, so for programs, these tabs are development and UX about the layout, right? So this is about the layout and design. Just have that in place. This will be done. We'll need to create. We'll create a wireframe. So wireframe is just using a loose outline, like saying, okay, section 1, section 2, section 3, like these are priorities. We want to include, you know, the numbers that are moving. We want to include video. Where are we going to include it? Are we going to do 1 column, 2 columns? How are we going to do the image? This page, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this. Fine. Okay, led by me, but we're going to just going over again, please remember to come back in and check Trello. The next card, we including 3 case studies to our website. So I'm just going to write that in here, include 3 case studies, right, as resource, and to strengthen the programs. 29 routes offers. Right, so we'll be talking about, you know, we'll get feedback. I'm just going to put here, collect feedback from program participants or previous program participants. And this is something that Michael is aware of. He's pulling 2 people, and then DJ, he'll be giving us some information. So we all need to just remember, oh, we need to add members to this one. So this one, right? Oh, I didn't put myself on it. And then call to action. What's call to action? Call to action is a term that marketing and sales use. DJ, are you familiar with
Oh
call
no,
to
I'm not
action?
familiar with it.
Okay, you're in sales, right? Correct? In your job?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you ever send out emails? Is there a script that you've been given as to how to close a sale?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's what a call to action is. A call to action is a compelling statement or a script that basically persuades the buyer to act. It's either buyer or participant to sign up, right? Or to, to either like sign up or reach out to the organization or customer service, right? So it's usually a copy we need to put together for the call to action. Call to action usually uses like metadata, right? So the copy that we come up with is usually what we'll use for the call to action. So call to action would be copied for like a button or a form, right? I'm trying for us to keep away from emails. Putting emails on the website is not a good way to go. You generally want to use a form or a link of some kind, right? So that's that. Another thing that I think we haven't included was the Google Analytics. I don't know if we have an account. So those are all the items as it relates to our action plan. Do you have any questions, DJ?
Nah.
Okay. So let's put some timelines on stuff, right? As I was sharing with you earlier, it's kind of the 80-20 rule. If you've got 80% of what you need to get something out the door, it's best to start building. And then by the time, hopefully, from a project management standpoint, you keep checking in on those items. So like, what are the outstanding items, DJ, that we need? What would you say some of those things are?
Some of them would be, let's see. Double check. On-page activity, create meta tags, case study, present keyword research, if that answers the question.
Yep, very good.
Trying to see what else. Navigation, even though I think we just did all these. Pretty much all the stuff that we put in for website navigation menu, that's all the stuff that we already included, so that needs to get done. I'm trying to see what else is there. Content. Let me see. Trying to see. Yeah, I think that's about it. It's mainly just like the search engine optimization stuff.
Yeah, I think it's
pretty much.
Yeah, I think that's the primary thing that we need right now.
Yes.
We need the and then also that you want to create that out, right? You'll be taking the first stab at getting that information into the document. Okay. So I'm just going to change the due date on this. We are done. So I had May 16th here. Start date, that wasn't right. So start date would be today, which is the 25th. And he needs to get that to us by, I'll give him 2 days. And so that's about it for today. DJ, I will update that document, your time tracking document again. The Trello. I'm hovering over it right now. Can you see my mouse?
Yeah, I see it.
The card?
Okay.
All right. Al isn't currently in the card right now, but I'll be uploading it. All right. I've got less than a minute, so I don't want you